Now, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Kimberly Newman.
Thanks for watching this evening. We are mostly dry across the area, but if you look really closely right there, you can see an isolated shower north of Findlay here tonight. There's a good chance none of those rain showers are actually even making it to the ground, so we can continue to enjoy some very summer-like conditions as we roll through this week. 83 degrees in Toledo, a wind coming out of the north at 10 miles an hour. That's a combination of warm air, a cool breeze, and very dry conditions. Our dew point 20 degrees lower than the temperature. It's not even that humid out there. So feeling great as we head through this afternoon, but notice some changes are on their way. Wednesday and Thursday, we're slightly warmer into the middle 80s there with an increase in humidity. Had to say it right. It is on its way, so prepare for that. Friday, we're cooler behind our next band of showers, but we warm up once again. I expect Monday of next week to have us in the upper 80s, some of the warmest temperatures of August so far. You can always track these changes with our NBC 24 weather app. It is a free download, and it is the perfect way to be on the go and tracking the radar at the same time. We've got thicker cloud cover building as we head through the evening hours tonight, but very few of those clouds actually carry the threat of rain showers. And watch closely, because a lot of that cloud cover tends to fade in and fade out, fade in and out. So a lot of it doesn't actually even sustain throughout the evening hours, which means we'll still have plenty of opportunities overnight tonight to see some stars before you're waking up tomorrow morning. Now, as we head into tomorrow morning, Wednesday provides us with mainly dry conditions and really comfortable weather overall. I believe as we get through Wednesday afternoon, we could see some added cloud cover out there, but this is the day this week that I can guarantee there is no threat of any rain showers on the radar. We jump to 3:30 p.m. That's when I see some convection building. That's when we get a lot of lift in our atmosphere, but nothing actually reaches the ground as far as rain shower chances, thunderstorms, etc. It's not until Thursday that I see all of those things slowly developing and rolling through. This is 9 o'clock Wednesday, a nice peaceful evening, but very mild conditions. And now at this point, we are a little bit more muggy as well. I want to walk you through the next couple of days here with our Futurecast rain totals, because at this point we're now about 3/4 of an inch below average for this year's, or this season's rather, totals. And if we move this from Thursday morning through the afternoon hours and of course into our Friday, we could potentially see up to an inch of rainfall with this one single event. I think more likely numbers are going to be close to about a ½ an inch widespread across the area. Tomorrow, keep in mind, we do have the influence of that lake breeze, especially through the afternoon, so temperatures are likely to top out a little bit lower. That's the upper 70s and lower 80s, as opposed to those middle 80s, closer to Lake Erie. My 7-day forecast has details of the next couple of days here. Thursday, obviously the day to watch. Steady rain shower chances are possible. Believe it or not, Dane and Ryan, we have a double situation here, where a double threat, I should say. We have a warm front rolling through, then a cold front, so there will be multiple rain chances throughout the course of the day there Thursday.
All right, Kimberly, thank you.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Kimberly Newman.
This time yesterday, I was telling you that our area was under a slight risk for severe weather. Now this time today, I'm telling you we are now under an enhanced risk. The Storm Prediction Center issues these risk areas, these smaller polygons, to show just how great the risk is. Not only are we under this deep orange, that enhanced risk area for most of our viewing area, but we're also looking at a 45% wind risk area. That means strong and gusty winds are likely to cause damage tonight. So let's look at exactly what is on the radar right now. Toledo is still completely dry, although we did have a couple of prefrontal storms earlier today. Here's where the focus of my attention is. That line showing some very strong organization and maturity just after 6 o'clock now. And we're looking at over 500 strikes of lightning from time to time this evening. So let's get in on that band. Here is some of that very heavy rainfall. This is through parts of northern Indiana, right over Angola there, with a lot of that lightning, and then tracking into northwest Ohio and southeast Michigan. Notice we're just on the cusp of coming into Ohio for parts of Williams County, Hillsdale, is now in the clear. Hillsdale seeing reports of hail up to a ½ inch size in diameter, more of which I think is likely to fall right now over parts of Hudson, Michigan. And you can see how all of this is pulling down south now through Lenawee County, where there is an active severe thunderstorm warning. Moving a little bit farther off to the east from there, Tecumseh getting some heavy rain. Very little lightning actually overhead here, and we're seeing more of those rain showers out towards Milan. But the general picture here is that many of our communities are still under the gun for severe weather tonight. Timing out between 7 and 8, 8 and 9, 9 and 10. Those showers will progress farther to the south and east. Our storm threat looks like this. Rain showers, a moderate level, winds very gusty, likely over 70 miles an hour, and small hail, as we've already seen in Hillsdale tonight. Again, look at this at 7 o'clock, making slow but steady progress across the Ohio-Michigan border and pulling south of Toledo after 8 o'clock. So once we feed on that energy that's out there, the available potential, these storms will start to fizzle out, roll away, and leave just a little bit of light rain after 11 o'clock this evening. Cloud cover moves out as well, and our winds calm down as we head into your Tuesday. Tuesday's not entirely dry, though. If you watch the map, you'll see thicker cloud cover and isolated sprinkles through the course of the afternoon. Our showers tonight are likely to be somewhat severe out there, so be sure to stay weather aware this evening. That is, however, the only chance of severe weather for the next 7 days. And remember, before the break, I told you we would see the impacts from Hurricane Irma here in our area. We will see that in the form of sunny, dry, and slightly warmer weather towards the end of this week, Ryan, because Irma will create a blocking pattern, which holds a nice, beautiful high-pressure system overhead for us.
Twice a year, meteorologist Kimberly Newman takes a hard look at local climate data and forecasts for the season ahead. So will we have a wetter season than average, warmer, cooler, maybe more severe?
Kimberly joins us now. Did any of your findings actually surprise you this time around as we plan for summer 2018?
Ryan, Jamie, this summer in the city of Toledo and surrounding areas, we're unlikely to experience anything that's wildly out of the ordinary. But as residents of Lake Township will tell you, it only takes one bad run-in with severe weather to change your outlook forever. Tough times don't last, tough people do. So read the words scrawled on Superintendent Jim Witt's office wall in the reconstructed Lake High School.
There are days when it feels like this happened yesterday, and then there are days when it feels like it was a lifetime ago. It
was exactly 7 years, 10 months, and 26 days ago that an EF4 tornado rolled through Lake Township with 175-mile-per-hour winds.
Well, it was terrible. It just sounded like a truck rumbling through.
It was surreal. Like everything else, all these things happen on the news, and they happen somewhere else, and you just hear about them, and someone else tells you about them. And that day we were somewhere else. I mean, it was our turn.
Still part of the administration more than 7 years post-storm, Lake Local Superintendent Jim Witt and high school principal Lee Herman were two of the first on scene after their school was destroyed.
It was eerie going through the township because the only light you saw were that of emergency vehicles. We walked around, I think we had a flashlight, and it just, we couldn't believe how bad it was.
In the halls of the rebuild, a photo of the graduating class of 2010 hangs just outside Witt's office.
We change out all the photos around here every 2 years, but this one doesn't move, so it does not move.
The photo doesn't move, and the memories don't fade. For Lake High School graduate Steve Welling, the storm has become part of his family's legacy.
And you know that saying that, oh, it will never happen to us, well, that's certainly wiped away now.
Erwin Welling, Steve's grandfather, became the 7th victim of the June 5th storm when the tornado threw him through a wall at 11 o'clock at night as he was reaching for a flashlight after the power went out.
Going there the day after and helping clean up and seeing my grandparents' house and my dad's barn, his whole business just pushed to the ground. Really didn't know how to respond.
In every season, natural disasters pose a threat to life and property. Predicting storms that can produce tornadoes can't be done months in advance, but with my own method of inexact science, I attempted to determine how severe this season may be as a whole. I looked back at the summers of 2001, 2006, 2009, and 2012, when we were in a weak La Nina pattern similar to the one we're experiencing right now. Of the 36 storm systems in those 4 summers that resulted in severe damaging winds or hail, only 2 of them resulted in a tornado in our 22-county viewing area. Every setup is different, but from this research, we can draw the conclusion that there's at least a 10% chance of severe weather on any given stormy day this coming summer, but less than a 5% chance of a tornado. In terms of temperature, the powers that be at the Climate Prediction Center have issued this seasonal outlook for summer 2018. Based on my own research, I was able to determine with some confidence that this season's heat will be right near normal for a typical Ohio summer, with roughly 10 to 15 90-degree days. In terms of precipitation, the months of June and August will bring near normal rain levels, while July will likely be wetter than average. A once-in-a-lifetime storm like the one at Lake High School tends to change the dialogue over time.
Prior to the tornado, it was always a challenge to get kids to take a tornado drill seriously.
But now it's a different story.
I know that we pay closer attention to weather reports than we ever have.
The community really pulled together and helped each other more than at any other time I can remember.
We certainly appreciate what we have, perhaps more.
Don't take anything for granted. Your life can be changed in a moment.
Steve Welling told me that while his grandfather was thrown through a wall and landed where the garage used to be, his grandmother's life was spared by this storm. She was pushed over in her favorite chair and actually spun with the house, protected the entire time by the staircase, which was one of the only parts of their home that was left standing after that tornado. You can see more of those remarkable details online at NBC24.com. Reporting for NBC24, I'm meteorologist Kimberly Newman.